Yo, what's up? It's NLE Choppa. You listening to Brink Radio 96.3. You know what it is, baby. Tap in. Let's do it.
You're listening to Brink Radio.
What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, coming straight out of them South Memphis slums. You are listening to Brink Radio right here on 96.3 FM. Talk about bumping 96.3 because you know Brink put the B in bumping. Hey, we got a real special guest kicking it with us tonight. We talking about none other than NLE Choppa. How you doing, homie?
Having the flesh, blessed. How you doing?
Hey, first and foremost, I'm doing well, but I got to say thank you for being a guest on Brink Radio. It really means a lot to have you with us, man.
For sure. Appreciate you for having me.
No doubt, man. Of course, we got plenty to talk about. You actually dropped that Cottonwood 2. It's going stupid right now, all platforms.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Now, let's go ahead and get into that song, man. You got to jump with, we actually got to jump with Lil Wayne. We talking about legendary, best rapper alive, as he say, I feel the same way. Let's talk about how this song came about, man.
Just simply taking a leap of faith, just trying to send a verse to him, see would he get on it. And after that, after a few, like I think it was like a month, he ended up getting on it. Like 2 months after that, we shot the video, and a month after that, it came out. So.
No doubt, man. We talking about that Angle Answer is going stupid everywhere. Of course, we got a transition, man. I was actually at the listening party, you had for all the DJs. Shout out to everybody who was there and who, been messing with the project. Of course, you had my guy Duke Deuce on there, man. Let's talk about Duke Deuce. And I remember you mentioned how important it is for people to give him his flowers and how he deserve it. Let's talk about that, man.
Just knowing that he at the forefront of like just crunk music. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much resurrected the whole sound. I feel like that is just enough in general, to be able to bring that whole sound back and stand on business on top of it and just always just be, the humble guy he is and just keep doing the things he's doing. It's always one of those beautiful things to see. He's fun, great performer. And he just brings a different type of energy to rap. So it's something that I appreciate.
It's crazy, man. We talking about my guy putting people through tables when he performing, man. Shout out to my guy Duke Deuce, definitely representing that haven where I ain't no saving, like they say. Let's go ahead and dive into that Slut Me Out, man. Let's talk about that song, man.
Beautiful thing, man. It's going crazy. What's funny about it is a year after I released it is when it really started to pick up the buzz. When I first released it, it was doing cool, but you know what I'm saying? It took like a whole year for it to just come full circle for me. So, yeah.
All right, of course, we got to shout out my girls. We talking about Sexy Red and Sukiyana all in the building with it, man. What was it like working with them?
Beautiful thing. Just, being able to pick who was, the best fit on the song. And those two was one, outstandingly. Just, I feel like they fit the most. And then just even shooting the videos, going to Miami, South Beach, spending 24 hours that whole day just to shoot both of them. And, it was worth it.
No doubt, man. Of course, we got to transfer just a little bit, man. We got to talk about that elephant in the room. We talking about Hot In Herre. That's the brand new joint you got out right now. Definitely got to shout out the OG Nelly for that. As I told you off the air, man, I remember when I first heard that record. It was back in 2002. I was in a summer camp in South Memphis, man. We was in the cafeteria at lunchtime. They had the TV on BET. That song came on, and, man, we was down there finna take our clothes off. We little kids. That's what we was on. Let's talk about that song and what it mean to you and why you flipped it.
Man, it means a lot. Just always celebrating 50 years of hip hop. I feel like that's what we been on this whole year, and just I just been wanting to appreciate the legends that came before me. Started with Wayne, getting a song with Rose. Now it's like doing a whole tribute to Nelly, and dedicating something to him that's special. I feel like Nelly's not talked about enough when it comes to his impact on music culture, the whole world, and most importantly the South.
Damn right, man. Definitely got to say shout out to my guy Nelly. So let's go ahead and talk about, you've been smashing for such a long time. Let's talk about life as a teen star. I know it could be kind of complicated. There's several everyday life activities you be wanting to do, but you can't just move like you was moving. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. It's for sure, you got to fight urges sometimes. I'm young, so I always want to sometimes be on young nigga timing or whatever you want to call it. But also just knowing my responsibility and it's a mature responsibility. Being able to feed my family, take care of my daughter, my son on the way. So I gotta always view myself as, what I am instead of what I want to be.
Definitely, man. I love that answer. And of course, I want to transfer and talk about something else. I remember seeing I think it was News Channel 3 did a story on you, probably like a year and a half ago. And you were at a school here in Memphis and was talking about boosting the literacy rates, man. Let's dive into that and the importance of that because I was very, impressed, you know, seeing you talk about that and actually riding for that movement. Let's talk about it.
Cornerstone Diva Prep, you know, is a school out in North Memphis. Started out like as a school that was the scores and stuff was like low, and they was about to get shut down by like the state or something like that. And me and my mom, we implemented a reading challenge, and it goes to before, like we implemented a reading challenge, and before there was like a felon school or whatever, and you know after that we implemented the challenging every kid to read 100,000 words. In the first year, they read like 20 million words.
Dang.
And over the time, the test scores got better, and now they're a reward school, so they're one of the top schools in Memphis now.
That's incredible, man. So I love the duality that you're displaying, man, because like you said, sometimes you want to be on a young nigga time, but you at the same time, you offering that balance. You showing the young folks, hey, this is okay, but this is even
What's
better.
Important.
Exactly. Let's dive into like mental health, man. You've been an advocate of improving your mental health, and a lot of artists, they're not doing it as much. Why is this so important to you to be vocal about yours?
Man, more so than just being vocal about it, but just more so just taking the approach to be the best version I can be.
Yeah.
It's what, you know, helps me to be vocal, you know, just really putting in that time to make sure that I'm in the best predicament I'm in to provide not only for my family, but for myself. Because, you know, I feel like sometimes we'll do stuff for other people. If you good-hearted like I am, you know what I'm saying, you'll do for others before you do for yourself.
Right.
So it's also important to pour into you and make sure that you're 100% before you can give somebody else your percentage. And that's what I just been working on, and I just improve on it day by day, step by step. So
definitely. Would you advise like therapy and counseling and all of that, or you do?
I mean, therapy could come in many ways, you know. I feel like just find someone you comfortable with talking to.
Yeah.
And find someone that's comfortable with listening. My therapy was always like writing music. And going to the studio and record. So it's therapy in a lot of things. Basketball could be therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know, it don't always have to be the old-fashioned route, but, you know, whatever works with you.
And I love that you mentioned basketball. That's actually where I was going to transition into, man. Like, I remember growing up seeing all these MTV celebrity basketball games, Rock and Jock and all that type of stuff. Even now, the NBA during All-Star Weekend, they actually have celebrity games and stuff like that. Now, when I was a kid, celebrities weren't just really hooping like that. I mean, they was out there playing, just goofy. But, bro, you really hooping. Like, let's talk about that, man. I done seen the video. I believe that was you and Chris Brown, like, going straight head up. Like, let's talk about it, man.
We from Memphis, you know, that's what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before everybody out here done picked up some type of ball before we did anything, whether it's football, basketball. So just product of my environment. You know, I grew up hooping, grew up around you know, the Team Penny, the Lawsons, all everybody. So I just always been a part of just, you know, basketball. So it's always been me.
Definitely shout out to my guy KJ Lawson. He actually a church member of mine. What's happening, homie? You know how we get down with that. Now, another thing that actually can be a form of therapy is gardening. That's something that you heavy into, man. When did you actually get inspired to do that?
Just seeing how just understanding how life works. You know, you plant seeds every day. You know, rather you got a son, rather you got a job you working on, and you know when you stay consistent towards it, that's watering it. And when you watch it grow and you see the fruits of your labor, that's God blessing you with your consistency. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just how life works. And I've always been intrigued on how, like, gardening is literally what life is. You know, you reap what you sow.
I love it, man. So let's go ahead and change gears just a tad bit. Let's talk about Memphis hip-hop, man. Where we at, man?
Man, number one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing. Artist after artist after artist, and it just keeps coming. Yeah. You see what WAP doing? You know what the talent is. Everybody should know where it's at.
Oh, yeah. Definitely shout out to Gucci, man. Like I said, Gucci pulling up, signing everybody, man.
He want the whole Memphis.
Yeah.
He know where it's at. It's a pot of gold here.
I promise. And I'm glad that the industry is finally starting to take notice of that, you know, because, I mean, Memphis DNA is in everything.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
real.
From music to producers.
We're the starters of the original drill sound, trap sound. That's Memphis. Everything. Everybody know it comes. It's the homeland. Father God.
I promise, man. Hey, we talking about the new Israel right here in Memphis, man. Let's go ahead and get into all your social media and website and merch and all that. That way people can tap in with you, man.
Instagram, NLE Choppa Music. Snapchat, NLE Choppa Music. TikTok, NLE Choppa Music. Twitter, NLE Choppa 1. Website NLEChoppa.com. You can get merch, see shows, all that type stuff. So, all them things.
I promise you, man, like I say, we are in the building with my guy. Definitely got to say thank you for being a guest. I know you got to get back out here, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for being a guest on Brink Radio. With that being said, now back to it. Brink Radio, South Memphis, what's happening?
You're listening to Brink Radio.